friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. So today I thought it would be fun to look at a few social media fad diet and fitness fails. I see a ton of stupid health and fitness advice shared across all social media platforms, usually not by professionals. They're like roaches. They're crawling everywhere and they won't die. I thought it would be fun to look at a few, make some comments, and debunk some of them. So let's get started. I want to say really quickly right off the bat, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone, because I'm looking at these posts as I'm reading them up to you. They'll be up here for you to see, and they're also down here on my phone for me to see. Okay, so the first one we have here is a 7-day waist slimming challenge. And then it looks like it has a long list of stuff that you can't do and stuff that you are supposed to do, and apparently in 7 days your waist will be slimmer. I want to take a note of what it says here at the bottom, the waist training epidemic. This kind of lets me know that somebody probably is using this graphic and featured it to show that it's nonsense, but somebody somewhere out there in the world still made this graphic for people to follow it. So let's take a look at it. Let's read a few of these off. First one says no soda. I don't have too much of a problem with that one. Soda is nothing but sugar, so you really shouldn't be drinking too much of it anyway. While I don't believe in completely eliminating things from your diet, as all foods can be enjoyed as part of a healthy, balanced diet, I really don't like soda because it's just straight up empty calories. And empty calorie food is a food that's high in calorie content and very low in nutritional content. Good example of empty calories are junk foods, pretty much, like soda, because it's a lot of calories and just sugar. And candy, just think junk food. I actually remember learning in school that we already know that a big chunk of this country is overweight or obese, and that number is getting higher and higher every year. I remember learning in school that most people who are overweight actually drink their calories more than they eat them. And when you think about it, that kind of makes sense. It's easier to drink 500 calories than it is to eat 500 calories, depending on what you're eating, of course. If you're someone who drinks multiple cans of soda a day, maybe to start out, try cutting back to one. If you like soda, but you're ready to cut it out of your diet, then maybe try some alternatives. My favorite soda alternatives are Zevia and flavored mineral water. So the next one that I want to hop down to says citrus fruit daily. They spelled citrus wrong. I just noticed that. They spelled citrus wrong. Maybe that's how you spell it in other countries. Is that how you spell Okay, yeah. So it looks like citrus is spelled C-I-T-R-U-S, and they have spelled it C-I-T-R-I-S. Oh, it's so funny. I didn't realize that when I was looking over these before. They spelled citrus wrong. I'm not sure why they're emphasizing eating citrus fruits here. It's not a bad thing to eat citrus fruits, and I guess you'd be getting a lot of vitamin C. So I guess nothing wrong with citrus fruits. Citrus spelled with a U. Next one is, another one I want to look at is green vegetables. Why only green vegetables? What about orange vegetables? Or yellow ones? I don't know. I mean, eat your vegetables, it's a good message, but I don't know why they're specifically emphasizing green vegetables. And one of these last ones I want to look at is waist train for 6 to 8 hours a day. First and foremost, if you go back far enough in my Instagram feed, and I mean like really far, like over 2 years, almost 3 years now probably, you will see me wearing a sweatband, which is kind of like a waist trainer. It induces sweat around your midsection. In my opinion, a sweatband is equally as useless as a waist trainer. Why was I wearing a sweatband? I was using it while I was prepping for a bikini competition. I've done 2 competitions. I used to compete a couple years ago. And I had a coach that was not a professional. I was young and naive, and I just kind of did whatever she told me to do, to be honest. And I don't believe that wearing the sweatband had a huge impact on the final package I brought. So as far as waist training goes, I really don't know the science about it. And to be quite honest, I highly doubt that all the celebrities and people that push waist trainers as a waist slimming solution even know the science around it. I know that Kim Kardashian wears them sometimes, so that's a big deal. Does that make it legit though? Probably not. In conclusion, you don't need a waist trainer. If you want to crush your waist into a Coke bottle figure, then just wear a boa constrictor. Next, The boiled egg diet. You read that correctly. The boiled egg diet. So this looks like a meal plan for a boiled egg diet. And there's a caption up here that says, a question that says, is losing 20 pounds in 2 weeks safe? I don't really understand why that question is inserted up there, because they don't answer it and they don't address it. Maybe this is to imply that this plan is losing, that if you're on this plan, you'll lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. It's not safe to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. It's right? That can't be safe, right? When I was on my journey and I lost 20 pounds, that took 6 months. So I cannot imagine losing that amount of weight in only 2 weeks' time. It's really not safe to lose that amount of weight in such a short amount of time. If you do, and it's not intentional, you should go to the doctor. So let's take a look at Monday. So Monday for breakfast, we're having 2 boiled eggs and 1 fruit. What kind of fruit? Doesn't say. And that's it for breakfast. That sounds so unsatisfying. For lunch, we have 2 apples, 2 pieces of sweet potato. There's no units of measurement in this. 2 pieces of sweet potato, like 2 slices, 2 cups, like just as 2 pieces of sweet potato. How big are the pieces? Most people consider a serving of sweet potato maybe like 3 or 4 ounces. So for the sake of this, let's say a serving, 1 piece of sweet potato is 1 3-ounce serving. So we're gonna have 2 3-ounce servings of sweet potato and 2 apples. Sounds extremely unsatisfying as well. Okay, and so for dinner on Monday, we are having 1 large plate of salad and chicken. I guess we're not allowed to have any dressing. And I'm assuming standard salad fixing, so greens, maybe some red onions, some carrots if you like. I don't know, red cabbage. I guess that kind of stuff, some cherry tomatoes. And it just says, and chicken. No indication of how much chicken. Is a whole rotisserie chicken, 2 ounces of chicken, a live chicken? Okay, so again, just for the sake of educational purposes and measuring, let's say 4 ounces of chicken, because that's a serving. That's widely considered to be a serving of protein. So let's say 4 ounces of chicken. So let's look at a calorie breakdown for just Monday. 2 boiled eggs and 1 fruit. Let's pick a banana. Bananas are my favorite fruit, so let's pick 1 banana. So for breakfast, we have 2 boiled eggs and 1 banana. For lunch, we have 2 apples and 2 3-ounce servings of sweet potato. And for dinner, we're having 1 big large plate of greens, salad greens, and a 4-ounce chicken breast. So the app that I use when I am counting my calories is called Fat Secret. I've been using it for years. It's easy and it's simple. I like Fat Secret. So that's the app that I use to estimate the energy intake for Monday for this full day of eating on the boiled egg diet. And I came to approximately 764 calories. The macronutrient breakdown for that is about 20 grams of fat, 101 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of protein. So for that entire day, less than 800 calories. You will lose weight on this diet. Do you know why you will lose weight on this diet? Because you will be starving. That is what these fad diets do, and truth be told, that's why they work in the short term only. Because you're eating such little food. And that is why you will more than likely, when you are done, gain back all the weight you lost and then some. Once you start eating normally again, your body, which previously thought that it was starving, is going to see all those calories that you're shoveling in your mouth, hang on to them, and send them first-class mail straight to your hips, or wherever your body likes to pack on fat. For me, it's my thighs and my butt. If we look at the very bottom of this one, it says in really, really fine print, sample plan only. We are not registered dietitians. Always consult your doctor before starting anything new. Wow. You're not registered dietitians? I had no idea. Okay, so this next one, titled Egg Fast, Rules to Fast By. I just popped this one in to kind of piggyback it off of the last one. Let's look at some of these rules. I actually know of somebody who did this egg fast. She was trying to do it to prepare for, I think, an event she was going to. She told me after all was said and done, she wound up eating around 700 calories a day, which is right in line with what we calculated for that one day of that previous meal plan. So according to some of these rules, the only healthy fats you are allowed to consume are mayonnaise, butter, and coconut oil. You have to eat up to 1 ounce of cheese per egg with a max of 4 ounces per day. And you are allowed up to 3 cans of diet soda per day. Oh my God. Why so much saturated fat? This is a lot of saturated fat. Something I want to point out, they say only acceptable healthy fats are mayonnaise, butter, or coconut oil. Seriously? I have a lot to say about all these, but the one I want to focus on is coconut oil. People freaking love coconut oil as like a superfood miracle cure weight loss solution. And I really don't understand why, because the fact of the matter is coconut oil is extremely high in saturated fat. People love to say that coconut oil helps with weight loss because of the MCTs, which means medium chain triglycerides, but really it's just extremely high in saturated fat. We know from all that science out there that diets too high in saturated fat significantly increase your risk of heart attack or stroke. Also, according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, aka the AND, aka the Academy, henceforth I will be referring to it as the Academy, just so you know, there is no evidence that coconut oil aids in weight loss. Lastly, eggs are not bad. They're extremely nutritious. They're high in protein, essential vitamins like vitamin D, amino acids like lutein, all for about only 50 to 70 calories per egg. That being said, you can't only eat eggs. Include eggs as part of a healthy, balanced diet. Let's move on. So this next one is titled Slimmer Waist in Only 7 Days. And they have a picture of a girl with a really fit body and a really cute bikini. So they have that picture in the background, and then they have a 7-day exercise plan, which is difficult to see because of the picture. I wish they kind of, faded the picture a little bit. The print on top of the picture is kind of distracting. That's what I'm trying to say. Looks like there's a lot of abdominal exercises and a lot of plyometrics here to get your heart rate up, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at this workout plan. But it seems like they're doing a lot of abdominal exercises in an effort to try and whittle down your waist in only 7 days. Guess what though, everybody? You cannot specifically lose weight in one part of your body that you want to lose weight in. You can't do it. That's been debunked a million times over. Your fat distribution and general shape, not necessarily your size, but your shape, is largely determined by your genetics. Let's move on. So this one is pretty similar to the last one. 7-day muffin top challenge. Same deal. Girl with a fit body in the background, and then they have a seven days of exercises. Again, I see a lot of abdominal exercises, a lot of plyometrics. I'm not mad at it. But again, this is a 7-day workout plan, presumably to get rid of your muffin top, I guess in 7 days. As I said before, you can't control which part of your body you lose body fat unless you go the surgical route. In addition, you're not going to lose your muffin top in a week. When somebody's overweight, obese, whatever, if you have a muffin top, whatever, it took weeks, months, years for you to get to that point. And therefore, it's going to take weeks, months, and maybe years for you to lose it. You don't gain weight overnight, just like you don't lose a ton of weight overnight. Any plan that promises fast weight loss is a fad diet, and you're very likely going to gain back all the weight you lose from it, and even then some, because it's not sustainable. Next. Okay, so this last one here is actually a link, but I wanted to share it because it is equally as insane as all of the other ones. First and foremost, let's address this lovely lady featured here. For those of you who don't know, this is Katie Hearn. She and her husband own the supplement brand Alani Nu, and I think they host seasonal fitness challenges. I followed Katie Hearn for a really long time on Instagram, so I instantly recognized this was a really old picture of her. And I mean nothing by that at all. She looks beautiful, but I saw the picture, instantly recognized her, so I clicked on a link to see if it would give me any useful advice, and it was a cluster of useless information. So there's 5 things listed here, and they each have a little bit of explanation underneath it, but I'm just going to read the headings. Number 1 is using metabolism boosters. Number 2, metabolism boosting drinks. 3, how many carbs should you eat? 4, skip lunch. 5, include walk in your daily routine. So we're just going to ignore the bad grammar. Let's talk about these. Metabolism boosting foods and drinks. Let's start by defining the word metabolism. Metabolism, as defined in biology, is the sum of all chemical processes that take place in the cells of living things. Examples of metabolic processes are protein synthesis and the breakdown and conversion of glucose to pyruvate, also known as glycolysis. The word metabolism is used really often in the health and fitness industry, and I think now a lot of people just correlate it to weight loss. This leads many people to think that metabolism means, oh, how fast your body burns fat or how efficiently your body burns fat, but that's really not all metabolism is. As far as metabolism boosting foods and drinks, my guess is that they're talking about thermogenic supplements, i.e. fat burners. Fat burners have been discussed and disputed and are pretty widely determined to be nonsense and useless. Next, they say to watch how many carbs you eat. Okay, so a lot of people are going keto to lose weight, and it's working for them. But the general consensus among health professionals, and by professionals I'm talking about registered dietitians since they are the experts in human nutrition, is that the ketogenic diet is not really necessary for weight loss and also can have long and short-term health consequences. There is, however, evidence that has shown that the ketogenic diet can help people with epilepsy. Low-carb diet has actually been used for over 100 years to help people with epilepsy control their seizures, and there's a lot of research to back this up. As far as weight loss, the Academy recommends that you avoid diets that promise weight loss through elimination of vital macronutrients, such as carbohydrates. In addition, the weight that you lose cutting carbs is likely just water weight, and it's weight lost from the sudden and significant reduction of your overall calorie intake. Next we have skip lunch. Don't skip lunch. Don't skip meals. You'll lose weight, but that's because you're skipping a meal, and by skipping a meal you're reducing your overall calorie intake. You're not losing weight just because you're skipping specifically lunch. I don't know. Okay, so the last one we have is include walks in your daily routine. It's good advice. Exercise is always good for you. I have nothing negative whatsoever to say about that. So the only good advice here is walking. I mean, what else do you expect from a website that's titled enter-newlife.blogspot.com? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I have a lot more content similar to this coming out, and I post new videos every week. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.